The saga's complete, and how do you feel about all 6 films being one sort of saga that you've played a somewhat big part in, even though people might not have seen you on camera?
Yeah, a lot of people would have just, obviously I was masked as Boba Fett, but I think here we are, in this orchestra playing, we're in the middle of Leicester Square, the middle of London, and people have taken it in their stride. They're not sort of surprised, they're not going, what is going on? Everyone knows what's going on, and people have been watching the films back to back, all 6 films, and tonight, I'm really looking forward, I haven't seen it yet, I'm looking forward to being at the premiere and being, well, with a different tie on, you know, different jacket and smarter with my wife or someone else's. And I'm sorry. No, but I mean, here we are.
Who can blame you?
Well, exactly. Well, I'm Boba Fett. No, the whole of Leicester Square has been taken over by stormtroopers, X-wing pilots, Slave One, everything. It's fantastic.
When you sit back and you look at all of this stuff, you know, when you were working on The Empire Strikes Back, did you think in a million years, 30 years later, you'd be sitting here, you know, billions of dollars later, thousands of millions of fans around the world?
I mean, when you do it, you have to say as an actor, it's a job. You do the job, you enjoy it, or think, well, that was tough. It's the most enjoyable job I've ever done. I mean, to put on an outfit, you're like a 4-year-old, oh, I've got a gun. I used to play cowboys and Indians, and this was it. But you're actually, you do it, but it's a film. You're actually in history. Yeah. And people say, aren't you fed up? You know, you've done other work, you've done this, you've done that. I said, no, I'm not, because I was in it. You know, I didn't not play the part. There's no point in saying, I have done Shakespeare, I have travelled the world. And, you know, yes, I have, but I've done this, and it was fabulous to be Boba Fett.
You have a cameo in Revenge of the Sith, and you're reluctant to talk about it previously because you were afraid it might be on the cutting room floor. But talk a little bit about working again on the film some years later.
Well, I was called last summer, and they said, Rick McCallum said, would you like to play this part? It's very small, cameo role. Come over to Shepperton when we're there. And I said, well, I was on holiday in Italy, so I came back, did my day. The atmosphere was exactly the same as it was 25 years ago. And the part of this Captain Colton of the Tantive 4, the pilot, I think is in the final cut. But I've always said to people, if you have popcorn in the theatre, you drop it on the floor. When you go to pick it up, as you go up, I've gone. So keep watching. But being involved with the final one is fantastic.
Have you seen the film?
No.
Are you excited to see the film?
I'm very excited. My son saw it yesterday. The crew and cast showing yesterday morning, and he found up and said, I enjoyed you. Dad, I did see you. I did see you. And that's all he said.
All right, so tell us a little bit about some of the fan interaction you've had. The one story you told me before was the Black Hawk helicopter pilots. You know, you meet all kinds of different fans, don't you?
Boba Fett is a great favourite with the military, certainly in America. The Marines, a guy called Glenn Tambola, who was a helicopter pilot, he had Boba Fett up there, a whole painting of Boba Fett, because it was his favourite character. But recently I saw him, he's wearing a Jango Fett outfit. I said, hey, come on, what's happened? You were a Boba Fett fan. But the different people you see with the tattoo of the death head, people have, it's a religion as well. They're saying, you know, the Jedi Knights now. Yeah. I just wish bounty hunters became a religion as well, and I could lead them.
What do you hope people take away? Last question for you. What do you hope people take away from all of this? What the experience of Star Wars is special to each and every person who sees a film. But what do you want people to take away when they leave a movie theater after watching Star Wars?
I think first of all, don't take it too seriously. It's a fantasy. It's a fairy tale, which we were all. My parents read me stories, fairy tales, and it's fairy tales in space. Enjoy it. Well, yeah, take the film seriously, but it is a fantasy. And unfortunately, my grandchildren, even my eldest grandchild, won't be able to see this because it's a PG-12, I think. So they might have to wait a little bit. But the atmosphere here is just unbelievable.
How does your family react to all that? You know, you're Boba Fett. Do they know that you're Boba Fett?
Well, how do they do? I mean, my son, who's seen the film, now that's a watch.
Oh, wow.
You can see that.
Now that's really cool.
Well, it is. I think it is. In America, some months ago, I was given this watch. I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yes." So I came home and I said to my son, who was over, I said, "Look at this watch. Look." It's sort of, you press that, and you can move that around. There's Boba Fett. It glints. There's the Death Head signature there, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And my son looked at me and said, "Dad, you're pathetic."
So,
What's the matter with you?
So in being in the film, you've become a super fan yourself.
Well, I am. I do collect a lot of Boba Fett, only Boba Fett stuff,
Yeah, sure.
from bronze statue. Thank you for that, of course. And sort of bronze statue, little tiny bits, Lego. And I've said to people, now I'm a Lego and a Pez. Well, I don't want anything else in life. It's perfect.
Jeremy Bulloch, thank you very much for
It's a
talking to
pleasure.
us. It's
Thanks a lot.
nice to talk to you again.
Thank you. Thanks.